Here we have Fantom, symbol FTM versus the dollar. This one was a humongous mover the last couple weeks, and now taking a little bit of a sideways consolidation here, as we did say was likely. I think it was earlier this week or late last week, and I still do think that it trades a little bit sideways here. But this is a very, very good setup long term, especially as long as 250 holds essentially on a daily closure. Below 250, yes, there's a bit of problems all the way down to about 220 or so. I'd want to come back to it after that. But for right now, as long as you're oscillating between about 250 and your highs at about 315, it looks like, I am looking at this as a healthy consolidation, very likely leading towards a long-term breakout to the upside, which would be confirmed, which would be validated above about 315 on a daily closure, looking for moves back up towards 360 to basically $4, I guess, long term, talking, weeks, maybe months down the road. Weekly, see what we got here. Weekly leads me to believe that this one does trade sideways here for some more time. Daily, actually, I take that back. The daily is very mature here, actually. Daily BBWP has been contracting rather significantly since 27th of October as it hit its all-time high, its all-time high right there. I do want to see BBWP turn up alongside a breakout of the 315 range. If that does happen, I would be looking for some pretty significant price action. By contrast to the downside on a closure, I think it was below about 250. While I would be looking for a bounce at about, what was it, $2 or 220? Let me just see. 220. I do think that things would probably come down a little bit further than that over time, maybe down to $2 again. Long term, though, I don't really have any like major bearish takes on this coin, like macro tops here, as long as you're above, especially $2. But for right now, a little bit of sideways, and as long as it does hold that range, I am looking at that as generally good. Let's see what momentum also to say over here, if they kind of agree with that. Look for Stokes to kind of turn up first to give an insight to that, and what do you know? We'll turn up today with any sort of a closure above 266, and even the short-term timeframes are actually going to turn back up above 305. Very interesting right there. Yeah, I mean, I generally like this. The question is, does it come back down and set in like maybe another higher low somewhere around about 268 or 265 region? Potentially, yes. But generally speaking, I do like this probably over the next week or two. Hopefully that's helpful. And there you go for Fantom, sir.